In the previous chapter, we have discussed about how to call different components in on demand in a particular app component.html or ts. So for this we are using this code. First is we have in the module.ts we are defining the path. Path is c1 and c2. Component is c1 component and c2 component. Okay, if the URL is having slash c1, then we are calling component c1 component. If the URL has slash c2, then we are calling c2 component. So we will go to see the example. See, if c1, then we are calling, if c2 we are calling c component 2 works, and if c1, then we are calling component 1 works. And if we are not typing here, then we can directly click here, so it will change here also. If clicking, it will change here also and here also. So for user we have to click the anchor tag, not changing this. So for that our syntax is, we are just we are first mentioning the root path here. Okay, c1 and c1 component, c2 component, and then other thing is a router link is equal to c1, then router link is equal to c2, and to place the c1 and c2 we have the router outlet here. Okay, so and this is the c1 component, and we have written something here. This will be shown in the, okay, so we have written here when we are calling the c1, then this is showing. Similarly for c2 we have to show this one. Okay, now what the question is, instead of going to click a link, suppose we have a button, then what we will do? So let's do the code for that. So we are replacing the anchor tag with buttons, 2 buttons. So if you are putting 2 buttons, then let's see how the output is. See, we got 2 buttons instead of 2 anchor tags. Okay, we will go to the starting point here. So nothing is here. So when we will call c1 component will be shown here, c2, then c2 component will be shown here. So then how to achieve this? So here we have the value call c1, so that it is showing here, call c1, call c2. So we have mentioned here call c1, call c2. So when we are clicking, it is calling a function, JavaScript function, and that will be in app component.ts. So here we have to put the function. So as we are clicking here, suppose I will click, then I will get an error. Suppose I will click this, I am not getting anything, but I will get an error. Go to the console saying that call underscore c1 is not a function, means it is not defined. So I have to define this function in the app component.ts. So I will define it here. Suppose I remove this, not a required. Okay, so I will call a function here. So I will define the function. So inside that function, what I will write? I will write how to. So I will write how to call that c1. Okay, here. So here this is the syntax. This dot route dot navigate. Route is the router. It is the router class. So it is defined in the constructor. Okay, so when we will click the button, it will come here and it will navigate to c1. Okay, if it is navigate to c1 in the URL slash c1, then it will call the c1 component. So let's run and see. Terminal. ng server, we are running in a different port. So ng serve hyphen hyphen port 4201 hyphen hyphen o means open directly. So I am running this. So it is saying that port is already open. So what I will do, I will directly go there. Yes, so port is already open, so I will just click. So I am clicking the button and component work is working. So now there is no link, anchor tag is not there, only button is there. When I am clicking C2, nothing is changed here because I have not written any code. So I will, like C1, I will also write the code there. So how I will write in the app component, so I will copy this, then I will paste, I will type here C2 and I will call C2 component, then I will go to button. So here everything is already written. Okay, this line is already written, so it will work. Okay, let's see what other things are there in the module also. So okay, it is written here ng module, sorry, here also everything is written. So now it will work because this C2 is already written by us now. Then I will go there. So C2 works, C1 works. So it is also changing here also. You can see here it will change here. So C1 changing, C2 changing, C1 changing, C2 changing. Okay, so button click, if you are going for button click, you have to write like this dot route dot navigate to the URL's path. Okay, which path you want to navigate. And if you are navigating here, already there is something mentioned. If you are navigating to C1, you will get this C1 component inside the app component. Inside the app component in the router outlet. Inside the router outlet, you will get C1. Inside the router outlet also you will get C2 according to your click. Okay. Now I want to show you how to pass parameter for this routing. Means when we are calling other components from app component, we will also send a parameter value to that component for any type of processing. So for that, suppose I just come back to link. Okay, now I am using the link, suppose instead of that button, so it will be better understand how the router with parameter working. So this is a only single, I am just calling the, here I am just calling the C1 component and C2 component. Now I will add some value, okay, to the components. So how I will write here, so I will do one thing, I will write here, suppose I am sending 36 and to here I am sending 57. Okay, so two parameters I will pass along with C1 and C2. Okay, then what will happen, I am going to here and here I will write, suppose I have to indicate that what I am passing. So I have mentioned here that I am passing 36 and 57, but I should mention in the app setting, in the setting, okay, in the modules, in the setting I have to pass, I have to say that what I am passing. Suppose I will say that I am passing role. Here also I will say that I am passing same thing. Suppose I am passing role also, okay, to this component, or I can write that I am passing salary to C2 component. Maybe in your project this will be student component and this will be salary component. Okay, so this is example. So I am passing role and salary. So if I am writing like this, C colon slash role and this is salary, then automatically it will take Role as 36 and salary as 57. Salary is 57. So salary will be got by C2 component, or for example the salary component will get salary value 57 and the student component will get the role value, that is 36. Okay, let's run it now. But another thing is, to get the see to get the value 36 and 37, we have to do three things. First, in the router link we have to mention with the slash, we have to put the value after the slash, forward slash, and in module I have to mention colon slash the variable, which variable I am passing, so that roll will become 36 and it will be 57. Then I have to catch it from C1 component and C2 component. So I am going to C1 component. This C1 component I have to catch it. So for catching it I have to write some code here, that I will tell you. So I will tell you how to do this. So in C1 component, if you will see here in the app component.ts, you are navigating to C1, and when you are calling the first link, this link, you are calling navigating to C1 with this parameter. So I am writing like this, C1 role. So this role will be captured here in C1 component. So I am going to C1 component. I will mention here that role as string. Okay, I mentioned there role as string. So in the constructor I need a activated route, private HT route as activated route, okay, activated route, and on ng init I have to get the value. Here it is role, so I'll write here this dot role. This means this class. Dot role is the property. This dot role. So object oriented concept is here. Class dot role. So this dot role. This means this class. This role equal to activated route. Okay. SCT route. This dot activated route dot I'll tell you what is exactly snapshot. Okay. Dot params. Which parameter we need? We need role. Okay, now we got role as this. So this is sent from, this role is sent from app component here. 36 is sent from here, and now we'll go there. So in C1 component, if you go to C1 component, I will write the role here. I got the role here, so I'll just write here. How I'll write? I can use interpolation. So I'll write here, and I'll write this. We got the role equal to this. So this is just a constant. So this is a paragraph in HTML, and this is a interpolation, and this is a variable. This variable is here, and that variable getting value from snapshot or from the app component. So we'll run this now. So student has a role 35, writing here. So we got role equal to this. Okay, so maybe we are using 4201. So this is our, so yeah. So when I'll click this, so it should write we got 4201. So there is some issue. I'll see what is the issue. So it is saying that cannot match the URL out C/36. Okay. C1/36. So what is the issue? We'll see. Okay, the issue is here. So this colon should to come here. This is the syntax. This colon should come forward. Okay, this is the syntax. Previously we have colon before this slash. Now I saved it. See. Okay. So if I click here, I am saying we got roll 36. If I click here, we have to write this because we have not written anything. This is the old one. So we will go to the C2 component. C2 component, and whatever we have written here, we have to write like this. So I am just copying it and I will change whatever needed there. I will go there and I will paste it here. Okay, instead of role I will write salary. I'll add salary, activator route to quick fix. Okay, so I have to import this. It is imported, it is gone. So salary I will write here. So this will be salary. Okay, I can write anything here like SAL. This will be SAL, and salary is the constant. It should be salary because we are sending it from the app module.ts. Whatever we are sending, we have to write same thing here. Okay, we are passing to C2 salary through this HTML 57. Okay, so in C2 we have to write like this. So salary is coming, so I will write here we got salary equal to, I will write it here SAL, because SAL is the value and it is initialized through the value we got from app component. Okay, so let's see. So you will click here with salary. 57 should come here. Okay, actually 57 is coming here. See, when I am clicking, it is changing here. I am clicking, it is changing, but here it is not coming 57. So what is the issue? We'll see. Okay, SAL string. So here it is not coming. Why not coming? Okay, the issue is we should come to the original position. Then I will click. We got 36. Click. We got 57. So there was no issue of code. Only we have to go to the initial position. Then we will click. Now it will work. Okay. So what we are doing? We are doing three things. So let's see. One is first we are setting in the module that we are sending salary and we are sending role to different component. And in the app component.cs HTML, we are mentioning in the router link that we are sending what we are sending exact value. Here it is exact variable. Okay, so first here, second here, and third is we have to get the value by using activated route. And this is the variable we are setting. So this variable equal to this dot activator route value variable dot snapshot dot parameter role. Role is coming from app component dot. This is the role value, and it is mentioned here. Okay, so this is the parameter routing with parameter.